Uh, uh, mm, uh, yeah, meh. Uh, huh. Hi, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This is somebody's messy relationship. I pulled. You know what? That's not even fair to say that it's messy. I strike that from the record. There's just a lot of pain here. There's a lot of hurt there. There's a lot of. Can somebody help me below in the? It's the thing where you pass on trauma, like trauma passes like genetically. I learned, learned about it in Ephraim. I can't remember what it was called by the book, but I feel like whoever I'm dealing with, let's start from the bottom. Let's start with like your DNA. There's pain and there's trauma there, okay? On both sides. So if there's any way, before I even get into this and who we're talking about, oh my god, not emo Walker right now. I'm like about to cry, you guys. All right, there we go. So, if you, before you even figure out which one you are in this scenario, I want you to realize that there needs to be a great deal of compassion here on both sides. No matter what. No matter what happened, okay? If we can go into this with the idea that it's not one person's the bad guy and one person's the good guy, or you broke my heart, you broke my heart, you did this to me, you did that to me, with I'm going to go into this reading trying to be compassionate to both sides, and I kind of feel like both sides higher selves do want to be represented fairly. Okay, here, so I want to be fair here, and to be fair at a very core level, there is a great amount of pain and trauma on both sides, but in different ways. Okay, I'm gonna start there, and let me take a breath. I'm gonna walk it out. Hold on, let me West Side walk it out first for a sec. Whoosh. Okay, Pisces. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got Pisces, we got Gemini here. With that little disclaimer, I feel like this is over, and you're both still thinking about each other. So to get away from maybe like where y'all come from. Let's talk about where you come from again. Two very different people, two very different perspectives. They see the world very differently. We pull a card for minor over there, and then what deck wants to come out? Chris Ann, you want to come out? Nope. Nope, not Chris Ann. Okay. Lightseer's deck is my like light, sweet, carefree. I just love that deck, but it's so specifically not useful to me sometimes. And this is one of those times. God love you, Chris Ann, but I need a little more. Nope, not even that one. All right, where are we going here? Let's do this one for you, and let's do cat for this one. Cat for mining. Cat for mining. Um, huh. Hold on. Nine of Wands again. Nine of Wands twice. Nine of Wands twice. I feel like you're both very defensive of each other right now. If this is a breakup that just happened, you're both kind of in the same energy. So for minor, we have Queen of Cups here. Let me put that right there. Queen of Cups. Would that be our Pisces? It would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, right? If we're talking about actual astrological signs, and that could go for sun sign, moon sign, Venus sign, rising sign, okay? So, very nurturing, very clairvoyant, very sensitive, very sensitive. Um, and I got this person loves this person very much. By the way, I forgot to mention this. This person loves this person very much, and this person loves this person very much. Before I say anything else. That's why it's so heavy to me right now. It's very, very heavy. It's like, it feels like all or nothing, but there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And there's a decision that needs to be made. Both of y'all are trying to decide whether to come back together on this. The minor, let's talk about this. This person would be, okay, this person would be more of what I would call modern society. If you want to know how I kind of group people, like in my little brain, right? I feel like it's that. It's modern society, and then the earth children, the tribal children, the indigenous children, the ones that live still like they always did, in balance with the earth and tribes, you know? And then there's these ones who have kind of taken themselves out of that situation or something else. This person would be more, but they're very outdoorsy. They do love nature. So maybe they were born into a city and they feel very comfortable in the city. Like their idea of going to nature is it's like a park, like boating in Golden Gate Park. Okay, so by the way, Golden Gate Park is in the middle of the city, basically. I mean, it's by the water too on one end, but it's got city all the way down on the other side. So going boating in Golden Gate Park also means dealing with San Francisco, you know, and crackheads and thieves and murderers and stabby crazy homeless people who want, like if someone was like, hey, let's go out into nature, and they suggested going to Golden Gate Park, I'd be like, I don't think we're right for each other. I don't think we're right for each other. And over here, like, this person who is more tribal, and by the way, tribal people come in all shapes and sizes and colors, right? Okay, so it might be that they're from the same race or religion, but they're very different. There's something very different here. Or they're from the same town, but they're very different. Native. Um, Strong survival instincts. Like, you could drop this person anywhere in the world and they'll be okay. You know, they'll like end up having like a wolf and like a raven following them or something in the forest. Enjoys belonging to like-minded groups. Family is very important. I feel like family's more important to this person than maybe that person. Fear of natural catastrophes. Okay, so this brings me to the first warning that has nothing to do with your relationship. I hope. Huge fire warning. Huge fire warning. That not me almost catching everything on fire that could possibly catch on fire almost right before this reading, and fire come out. Fire come out, right? For native tribe there. Hmm. This isn't for everybody, but I feel like one of the two could be pregnant, or they could have gotten pregnant and the other person like abandoned them or wasn't there for them. And they wanted to burn their house down or something. They wanted to go like Lisa Left Eye Lopez on them, you know, go burn the dang house down or something like that. But if that's not it, it's be careful. I almost dropped all of my sage in here, lit it on fire, and then I dropped another incense on accident, and it. Watch out for your candles. Make sure that you're trimming the wicks. If you're like, what are you talking about? My candle just went out. Something's weird. Okay, be careful with your candles. And if that's not you, if you're not like, nobody's trying to Lisa Lopez left eye anything here, no one's burning the house down, really be careful. There might be a literal wildfire. There might be an actual, like, act of God wildfire. So be ready. Don't let any emotional stuff that's going on in your life, even if there is a child involved, keep you from being able to move quickly. If there's, I don't know, I'm just like earthquake, wildfire. Why is that like earthquake, wildfire? Maybe an earthquake, then a wildfire. I don't know. Maybe there's just going to be some natural catastrophes, and this reading is like, hey, you guys, like, if the world was about to end or something, wouldn't you rather spend like the last week together? Like, okay, if this was the last week of your life, wouldn't you rather spend it together? Wouldn't you? Like, and if I'm just being a messy Leo all over dramatic right now, it's not that serious, and maybe you just really need each other right now. And oh yeah, royal violet on this side. I made this candle because I was obsessed with finding the perfect violet candle and I couldn't find it, so I made it. Um, African violet, wood violet. So maybe this person's roots go all the way back, all the way back, all the way back to like the first mother, right? The first woman was black, African, right? So maybe that. And okay, so this person sees, like, this person would go to Golden Gate Park and be like, aren't we having a great time? And this person would be fucking depressed because look at it. Look what they've done to this beautiful place. I feel more like I could relate to this person. Like, sorry. Unless I walk it off, bitch. I don't know why this reading is so hard for me. It's so painful. Like, the scars go so deep here. So, like, fundamentally, you don't see the world in the same way. You know, like, it's not okay that it's... What's going on here? Wow. God, I see nothing but love here, though, on both sides. But one person is more... Like, this person is upset that this person cheated on them. That's what I see. Or something about them and their friends broke their heart. But they need to forgive for whatever that is. Or this person needs to forgive them for cheating on them while they were trying to start a family. Or there's pain on both sides. This person feels like this person broke their heart, and this person feels like this person broke their heart. One person needs to be less cruel. God, I don't know. It's like if you were seeing, like, if you were in Ireland or something, and one person is like tribal native Irish and the other person is like the invading Anglo-Saxon English. Shout out to the fucking queen being dead, by the way. Rest in pieces, B. Sorry. Okay, so in that situation, it's like it would be like a colonizer colonized group where one person's people comes from a completely different perception of the world. Like this person's family would be celebrating the or this person's family would be like celebrating the queen's death. This person over here, their family would be in tears and in pieces about the queen's death. And so that's just an example of how I'm seeing you guys. One person's family would, be putting up the flags, and this person's family would be like drinking toasts at the pub. Wish I could remember lyrics without singing it, you guys. I know it's so cringe, but there's, speaking of Irish and English, there's an EP that Sinead O'Connor did called Gospel Oak. Haven't heard it, you need to hear it. And I can't remember the name of the song. Okay, she says, if I can remember it. How come you never said you love me in all the time you've known me? How come you never say you're sorry and I do? She says, now please talk to me, Englishman, and I am calling your heart to my own. Oh, let glorious love be done. I need you, Englishman. How come you never say you love me in all the time you've known me? How come you never say you're sorry and I do? Maybe some of these things are something that you need to talk about because you both love each other very much and you both want commitment. Like you both want love and commitment. Like you both know clearly that you love each other and that that's your soulmate and you want commitment. Like you both know it, but if you can't agree on like who's in charge or something, what is this? What is that? I didn't pull hush yet. It's like one person needs to say they're sorry. Like maybe I feel like one person apologizes for everything and one person never apologizes for anything. By the way, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And this tells me right here that you guys came from a place in the first place where you were judging each other. Because you both had the attitude of this is going against my better judgment. This romance is going against my better judgment. And that was kind of the basis of this relationship. Y'all both kind of started from there. Isn't that so hurtful? Like, I want to cry. Like, even though you felt that way, isn't that hurtful that they felt that way about you? It's like, it goes against your better judgment to be with me? Like, that's hurtful, even if it's true. Why am I crying again? Because it's so painful. That's why I'm crying again. It's so sad and it's so painful and it's so hard. And nothing's right. Everything's falling apart. What should you do? Oh God, what does this person need to do? What does this person need to do? What's the secret fear here? Being played for a fool. Like they think that you're gonna play them for a fool. What's the secret fear over here? That they're not gonna tell you the truth. That they'll never be completely honest with you. Or that they're always gone and that you don't know what they're doing or where they are, and like whether you the fear is that they don't respect you. How can they work on that? Because these are unfounded fears, by the way. These are just like deep-seated nightmares about it. All this person has to do is start being completely honest with that person and they can do it. They can do it. It just might not be what they're used to. And I feel like this person is very much kind of like, this is specific, by the way. I don't think this is a general message at all. I'm gonna cry again. This person is like Bewitched, the show where That girl had magical powers, you know, she came from like the magical people, but she was not using magic because it she fell in love with this guy, you know, and he didn't like her using magic or didn't want her to get in trouble or didn't want to get I don't know. I can't remember that stupid show, you guys. I have issues with all those old shows anyway, but I'm just using that as an example as this is a person who's very magical. Very magical. And if they're not going to be able to be their true magic self, it's like they've been living a lie their whole life to pretend like they're not this magical person. So, how does this person feel about that? They love it. They love it. They're not, they, I think maybe they were a little afraid of it at first, but they like that you are like a big fish in a little pond when it comes to your magic and your spirituality and how special you are. How special you are. Huh, this is complicated, you guys. I think there's just love on both sides here, but this person's not maybe not quite ready to make peace yet, but they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, I can let's go, Chris Ann. We kind of talked about how serious and deep this is. Let's talk about what we can do. By the way, don't fall in love with ideas over here. It's not the ideal anything. It's one person in love with another person who were both born into extraordinary situations, who are making the very best of what they were dealt with, okay? Where are we at? 28 minutes. Oh my god, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean for these to be so long. God, Nine of Swords. Yep. This needs to be a lot of crying and howling at the moon and um, yeah, keep hope alive. This love this love, this romance is not over. It's not over. Best is yet to come. There's just all this healing that needs to happen. What is that on there? Why is there a thing on there? Hold on, you guys. I got this little smudge on here, and I gotta. There's this. Hmm. Or maybe for somebody, it's like you've never talked about this stuff with your person, you know? Maybe that's just the conversation that hasn't happened yet. And you need to talk about these things. High priest. There's okay, there now it's upright. High priestess, star. And if you're finding out that you're pregnant and you're wondering whether or not they're going to receive you warmly, they are going to receive you warmly. They're going to be secretly thrilled. Yeah. And if this is something that happened if you already had kids and it's like, well, okay, we're beyond that point. God, there's the Hierophant. The advice here is to do the traditional thing and get married. There's Queen of Cups. There she is. Upright. That's what I like to see. Able to be your powerful magical self, but not the magic in the dark sense. I think with this smudge, I almost wanted to say that maybe you started off or you had bad witches or you were taught like bad magic, that's not about earth and not about co-creation and doesn't follow the laws. And there might have been something that scared you or that was their experience and it scared them and they didn't understand it, or they are from like a patriarchal society where that's looked down upon, like just this, what I'm doing right now could get me killed. Okay, I'm in the Bible Belt right now. So I understand having to be careful. And I understand that other cultures would find this to be like low life or something. But what I'm seeing here is despite the cultural differences, there's love for each other. And if you can just understand how different, like they were raised, you were raised, everything, there could be more forgiveness here. Because with the Hierophant there and the Six of Wands, success is guaranteed, but it's going to have to be kind of a traditional thing. Like an open relationship isn't going to work here. This person living a separate life from this person and them still being together, that's not going to work here. That doesn't work here. Not for either one of you. And I think you both kind of go through moments of having hope and then giving up. And then the other person will have hope and then give up. But this was two people who were slaying dragons, okay, and their own heroes' journeys on both sides. On both sides. And trying to make peace with something as deep as coming from a colonized place or a colonizer family. Like, I'm sorry to take it to that place, but that's what I feel like is this painful thing, like I was saying, where, even if you both had good lives, there's pain and there's trauma in the blood. Maybe on both sides for different reasons. Maybe one of you could be Jewish and the other could be Palestinian, or like I'm seeing it's definitely something like that. And I don't want to get into politics because at the bottom of it, we're all people. If you were to go and do a study of the whole world, country by country, if you get the politics out of the way, which is always the mayhem, the bloody history, it's always the politics. You get that out of the way and it's people, it's music, it's dancing, it's beautiful. And there's beauty in every culture, every tribe, you know? Let me pull a couple more cards for that right there. But I see this person who's magical. Maybe this is you, Pisces, but you're going to become even more sensitive and clairvoyant, and you're going to actually be feeling empowered by it. Once you start being able to like voice your opinion and say, it, like everything about that is offensive to me and my heart and my sensibilities. No, I'm not going to go there or do that. But not in a mean, judgy way, just like as a lesson. As a lesson for them, a different perspective. Okay, so it's with the hangman in reverse before I pulled it all off. That's a different perspective for both of you. So it's about both of you being open minded and forgiving. And if you need to tell the other person, I need you to start apologizing to me when you're mean to me. Like, how come you never say you're sorry? And I do. Like, glorious love can be done here. Like that song, Glorious Love and Peace and Beauty. Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, Queen of Wands, High Priestess. Out come Four of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. I got chills. Like, I just got chills. Like, that's why it hasn't gone away, because you guys are kind of right for each other. It's just, what's that? Now I'm getting Mary J. Blige. I won't give up, but make it worth my time. We've been in it so long, we forgot what it feels to live lives or something. But I want to stay. I want to stay. When you sacrifice, I'm trying to remember this song so I don't have to sing it. When you sacrifice who's wrong or right, let's stay together now more than ever. I won't give up. Make it worth my time. Yeah, sorry, I lost my voice yesterday. I'll just link that song. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful. Beautiful relationship. Beautiful love. So you guys just need to come together and say, I won't give up if you won't give up. You make it worth my time. I make it worth your time. And this is a new way of looking at each other and a new way of communicating. Maybe for one person, you have fallen into the old trope of this person expresses themselves and this person shuts up. And that's not how it needs to be anymore, because the more you speak up, the more of your magic gets activated. The more you get activated, the more confident you feel, the more beautiful you feel, the more beautiful you make them feel, the more beautiful they make you feel, the more forgiveness there is. Do you see where I'm going with this? There's self-love here on both sides now. Okay, there needed to be something that happened to them first, and there needed to be something that happened to you first, and I think it did. I feel like there was always unconditional love here. There was just not an understanding. I feel like if there can be an understanding here, like the unconditional love is already there beneath the surface. There just needed to be a kind of come to Jesus moment. And it takes courage. And y'all need to get past that, oh, this goes against my better judgment to even be with you, because that makes the other person feel like trash on both sides. Even if you understand it on a logical level, it breaks both y'all's hearts. Like, it's because it doesn't feel right, because you want to be together, because you love each other. For whatever reason, the universe has decided to bring y'all together. And if you choose fortitude and courage, this is going to be truly beautiful love. What not to do. Don't jump right back into the bedroom yet. This would be like this. This would be like this. So you haven't got to the place yet where you understand. You need to get through all of this very difficult conversation first before you even think about jumping back into bed with them, okay? Even if you're like, okay, well, if we're going to work on this, we might as well. Nope. Nope. Okay. Tia Walker here saying no. You can't work this out in the bedroom. The bedroom will come after. You know, if you need to be like, hey, I'm a born again and like a born again virgin, and I'm not going to be with you in bed until you marry me. And they're like, but you have my children. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yes. Yeah, okay. This person's tired of running. There's one person that was running and they're tired of running. They're tired of running. They're tired of tower after tower in their life that just reminds them that they were meant to be with you. And they're like, why am I bashing my head against this wall? And they tried to get with somebody else that was the right one. They tried to get with the right one and they just realized that that was stupid. Like, they feel stupid and they feel... What's this? I didn't even see that. Oh my god. They feel like y'all deserve this. After everything you've been through, maybe on both sides you don't even know, but they want to be the king to your queen. They really do. Like in a new way, in a new manner, in a respectful way where you and your culture is honored and you feel safe. Okay? And you feel like it's fair between the two of you, where you can be just as magical as you are and know that they will protect you and have your back with that, or your children. And if you're like children, I don't know, you might be finding out you're pregnant. So brace yourself and don't let your emotions and your hormones push them away further, because um, like I said, it's not maybe time to jump back into bed, but I kind of feel like you deserve it too. I feel like you both deserve to have each other, have each other's back, and be happy. It's like you guys sleep well together or something. They make you happy to be alive, and you make them feel very powerful. And maybe when they were younger, that was intimidating to them, or just because of the way they were raised, like I was saying. And they are going to have to be, a big boy and leave that patriarchal religion or society if it's trying to still hold them to those old dead values. That didn't work then, don't work now. Okay. I'm not talking about the ones that do work. The ones that do work, don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat, There's all reasons for that. But nobody is going to force anybody else to be part of any old dead culture here. And if this person feels like that's what they would have to be a part of, it's not true. You just need to speak up and make sure that, your household is the household that you want, and this person will agree. They will agree because they're sick of being away from you and they're sick of living a life that maybe they didn't understand. Like, why they're unhappy. They're trying to live in modern society in a way that is not what we've evolved for, I think you might understand them more than they understand them. Bottom line here. The bottom line here is that there's a lot that you had to cry about alone, to kind of get it out or write it out before you ever have this conversation. Maybe write it out so that it's not so like accusatory or explosive. And I feel like this person is going to be, with that Tower in reverse, they're going to be so humbled by being away from you that, yeah, they're going to be willing to invest. They want the legacy, they want the generational wealth with you. They want to spend it on you. And if they come from wealth and that's very different from where you're from, you don't have to hate yourself because you're marrying into a rich family. You don't. You have very good karma coming to you, and your higher power or your guardian angels want you to know that they're going to create a scenario for you that might not be what you were expecting, that keeps you very safe. So don't judge it, even if it's bougie or even if it comes from, whatever, whatever. Start small. You don't need to think of the big picture here. You just need to focus, because this love is going to happen. I think this connection is going to happen. You can either make it hard or you can make it easy. We can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Doing it the hard way is going to be jumping back into bed and becoming a couple again before you address these deep scars. What's the timeline here? Oh boy. Today, Junior. Today. Now. Yesterday. Let's go. How? Okay, so whatever this contract is, you finish it up and you head towards them. Okay, whatever it is that you've been working on, you've done enough, you can't do any more. You don't need to do the helicopter parent over whatever this project is to avoid thinking about this. Not trying to call anybody out, but this is heavy on your heart. It's weighing heavy on your heart. It's hanging ominously and heavily over your head, not for a bad reason, for a good reason. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Let me pull one more. Hold on, there was something about a storm. Like, why wouldn't you go through this together? Like, why would you do this alone? Why wouldn't you go this together? What's that storm? Let me get a little bit more clarification on that. What storm is that? Is this like a literal storm, like I was saying? It could just be like literally a wildfire, or literally an earthquake and then a flash flood or something. And so it is saying that. It's like you guys are stronger together than you are apart. So I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but we live on Earth. We understand that Earth is constantly changing and moving and growing and expanding and exploding. And so there might be a bit of expanding and exploding coming up here whenever you find this. So, how about you guys work this out? How about you let them know that they need to start saying they're sorry? Like maybe they're like, "Oh, well, I meant that," and you need to tell me you love me. You need to look me in the eye and tell me you love me and say you're sorry. And they will, because they don't want to do this anymore without you. And I feel like that you're stronger with them and they're stronger with you. So whatever this moving and shaking that the earth is about to do that might come in quick like that, I feel like now is the time to work it out. To work it out, to stand in your true power, and for them to stand in their true power against whatever that programming is. It's a programming. It's like that person might be a bit more in the matrix, and you are a spark of inspiration for them. They might have just been too young and dumb to understand it when you first met or something. There's love. There's commitment. And like I was saying, the best way to deal with this is just go on and get married, y'all. Just go on and get married, okay? And this should be confirmation. So if you're at this point and you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, this is not for you. This reading is very specific. And like I was saying, the wounds, they are deep. It's generational and it goes way back. So it won't happen overnight. But if you decide right now together that it's worth it and I won't give up if you won't give up, oh my God, nothing will be able to stop you. Like, y'all don't even realize how successful and beautiful this could be. It's just a perspective and communication. Like, that's all. That's all. It's just communication and perspective. I'm gonna get out of here. There it is. After this conversation, jump right in. After you feel like you're understood, after you feel like you've been heard, and they feel like they've been heard, and you're understood, and you've made that agreement, we're not going to give up. We're going to get married. We're going to get married. Then, then you go back to what you already know is going to be fire, 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 fire. The kind that is good. Okay, so it might be like y'all decide to come together, you get engaged, you're happy, you're going to, go make love, and then there's like an earthquake and a flash flood or whatever, but at least you have each other's back now, and by the time it's all over, you're gonna have a newfound respect for each other and this connection, and maybe even each other's cultures in one way or another that you never thought you could. Stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. If there's any bad habits that you know you need to release, it's time. Today's the day. No time like the present. Stay hopeful. You're in a position of power. You've balanced. I've a lot of twos here, a lot of balance here. I love that for you. Connection, attraction, but also fun, right? There's a boldness that maybe you feel like you've been lacking even in your love life. Maybe you feel like you lost your mojo, or maybe they did. Or maybe they realize that they don't even have a mojo if it's not you laying next to them. Stay hopeful, stay optimistic. This is just the beginning, it's not the end. All right, this is getting too long, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope this is helpful. I'm sorry I cried on y'all again. Like I was saying, there's great love here. There's commitment. There's family. There's generational wealth. There's safety. Just an adjustment of perspective and an agreement that needs to be made, and you guys got this. And you're about to come into your true magical power like you never even knew. And I'm here for it. I love that for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there and Walker. Thanks for watching. This is Dance Walker Tarot, and we had another relationship reading here starring Pisces and Gemini. See you for the next one. Bye-bye.